Hey, David Wygant with my buddy Obi. 10-minute daily reality check. Man, this literally is like a 3-part 10-minute daily reality check. It's a stream of consciousness that lasted for days on end. Only because whenever you're with one of your best friends and you get back together after you've jumped off the plateau of life, ooh, should I go down? Because that's what a lot of people do. Yeah. We talked a lot about surviving. We talked a lot about being challenged. We talked a lot about dreaming. These are probably some of the best podcasts you're going to listen to. So I strongly suggest if you missed the last 2 days, go back and listen to it because you're going to want to know, because you're going to be able to piece these pieces together of the puzzle. And this puzzle is the puzzle called life. And this puzzle is the puzzle called your life. And when you piece life together and you put your life together, you'll start meeting someone else whose life is together. And then all of a sudden you'll start to form the United States of you. And hopefully when you run the United States of you, you won't run it like a fucking 71-year-old blonde guy whose wife looks like he never wants to fuck him anymore, and he basically looks like he still needs a giant comb over. Even during the fucking Hurricane Irma shots, his hair still stayed in place. How?
That's titanium, bro.
I mean, what the fuck does he use in his hair? I mean, what is that?
That's industrial strength. That's some stuff you can't get in the store.
I mean, you're talking gale force hurricane winds. I bet if it stayed at category 5, it would have fucked his hair up. And he had no empathy and no compassion for like anything that happened. And meanwhile, some of the fucking people that voted for him, some of the rednecks that voted for him, lost their fucking homes. And they're thinking like, yeah, all right, Trump doesn't give a shit. He had no empathy. Yeah. I don't think the man has an empathetic gene in his body. He's the ultimate narcissist. And let me tell you, I've dated some narcissists. And I know what it's like when they give you the speech. Yeah. You ever had the speech from you ever date a female narcissist?
I don't think I have.
Oh.
To be honest.
They're the best. They'll give you a fucking speech, their breakup speech, or the why they don't want to be with you speech anymore, or, why the relationship didn't work out speech. I mean, it's clearly like it was written by a fucking politician's writer.
Yeah.
It has...
lacking of emotion and feeling. And
None. It's almost like they're campaigning for fucking asshole or bitch of the year.
Okay, I mean, so I have had that, right? Like I have experienced when a woman when she wants to shut off that part, or she wants to stop feeling, then she'll turn it off, and then she'll become the politician. I have experienced that.
You have
narcissistic, but that's not necessarily I mean,
no,
that could be any personality trait. It's just when you're trying to not feel, so you put on this show or this mask that covers how you're actually really feeling. And it's so easy to see through because it's not real.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
You look at them and you think to yourself, it's like the Scream Halloween mask.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You look at
like,
them.
I know you, that's not you, take it off.
Yeah, it's like, really? Are you really going to pull this on me?
Yeah.
Are you really going to do the politician speech on me and on our relationship? I doubt, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is, and I feel compassion for people like that. I really do. I feel compassion for people that can't be that honest. And believe me, everybody thinks they're honest. I've met tons of people. Everybody says they're fucking honest. People have gone through AA, people have gone to therapy, people have seen Jesus and come back alive again, people who are born again, right? Jehovah's Witnesses. The people who have burned me the most or left a mild scar that took a week to heal were always either A, religious fucking people. I remember I was in business with some of them. They would never cause stress, Jehovah's Witness. That's our thing. We never cause stress, never cause any harm. But yet when you rip me off for $80,000, what the fuck was that all about? What the hell was that about? And then when I confronted you on it, you gave me some fucking double talk and kind of made me feel like I deserved it. Wait, I deserved being ripped off by you in this business transaction right now. Why? Oh, that's right, you're hiding behind God. That's a lot of people. They'll hide behind God. I just beat my kid, but I went to church the next day and I'm fine. I hide behind God. And I love it because we live in this fucking LA town where everybody's so spiritually based and airy-fairy, right? And I found a lot of people hide behind God. God is not there to protect you. God is actually looking at you right now and going, you're a fucking asshole. You were a real asshole to that person. You're full of shit. I know you better than that. I've seen this behavior before in a past relationship. I've seen you pull this shit before. Let's pull the God card out. And coming out right now, and that's what they do. They pull the God card out of you. Hey, sorry, man, I fucked up your car. Praise the Lord. People don't like to admit. I mean, you know how many people I've seen with like humility fucking stickers on their, and people write those little sticky notes and stuff and go practice humility. Some of the people who like I know are some of the worst people in the world. I've been in their bathroom and there it is. And I'm thinking like, yes.
What do you think about what they're working on? I always see it with vegans, and when they first become vegan, it's like they like roll up in with like just propaganda and just all this and that, and it's because they're still convincing themselves. So anytime anyone is too out there, I feel like there's something behind it that they're afraid of expressing, and they're using this thing as a vehicle to, I don't know, as a way for them to not have to show themselves. I stand for this thing, not me. Don't talk to me. You don't ask me about what I feel.
Tell me what God feels. Because God is a fucking lima bean, right? They quote. They're the memes people on Facebook. They don't write the quotes. They meme them. They meme, right? This is one of my favorite quotes ever. Fucking give me your own quote.
How do you feel?
Right, how do you feel? Not how Robert Louis Stevenson felt. Not how Abe Lincoln felt.
Yeah.
Not how Martin Luther King felt. Because just because Martin Luther King has a great quote, do you know what he felt? You have any idea? You have any idea what it was like in the 60s and the 50s, the way he had to live, and the way fucking blacks were fucking pushed? You and I have talked about it. Mm-hmm. You don't even call yourself African American. Remember all that fucking talk, right?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. It's like I can't stand when people fucking say, I must know. No, you do not know. You do not know what John F. Kennedy fucking felt and the shit that he went down and how he got killed and why he got killed and the stuff he probably knew, right? We don't know what anybody, but we love the quotes. We love the quotes of these people. Mm. It's like, make up your own quotes.
Yeah.
Have compassion. It's like I look back at the history of America and the race fucking relations and all the shit that went down. I have compassion, but I don't know what it felt like.
Yeah.
None of us do. We live in a much different world right now, We don't know what that feels like. There's so much shit that goes down. So I think develop your own mindset, develop your own quote, and that way you stand in your sacred self.
But to do that, you have to live. Like to do that, you have to have some kind of experience. You have to do something. You have to experience something. You have to go through some shit. You have to feel something. I mean, as a writer, I don't have words don't come to me if I'm laying in bed doing shit. Like words don't come to me that way. Like that's not life. Like I see something, I talk to, I have a conversation, I go out and do, I live, right? And that's when, I don't know, that's how character is formed, that's how you're formed. But if you're just watching from the sidelines, if you're watching TV, if you're laying in bed, if you're shying away from expressing yourself, then you're not, then what is there to say? What is there to say?
It's funny, a lot of people tell me, did you watch the news last night? And I'm like, what news? I am the news.
Yeah.
I don't watch the news. I express the news. I emote the news. I don't care what other people are doing. I don't care if Kim Kardashian sucked Conway's dick in a fucking airplane and they caught it on TMZ. I don't give a shit. What I care about is my own reality. And that's what you talked about. It's like the same way. It's like people will hang out with me and they go, oh my God, I read an article. I kind of feel like that was our conversation. It was. I go, you fucking inspired. Good, bad, ugly, whatever it might be. You inspired. If you're going to be part of my life or your life, you're going to be in a story. Like it or not. Your name will be changed, but you're going to be in the story. And I tell people all the time when I meet them, I said, my private life is not public. But if you read between the lines, you can figure out what's going on in my private life if you listen to my podcast or read my blog. Yeah. But you'll never know who I'm dating. I barely mention my daughter's name. Yeah. If you know my daughter's name, send me an email. You get a free coaching session. First one, of course. I mean, nobody really knows that because it is very private. But let me tell you something, just like you, I mean, all day long, I'm like a little investigator looking all around, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a great story.
Yeah, you're seeing life. You're in life. You're part of life.
I'm living life. I mean, I'm copy talking everything. You know, you hang out with me and I'm like, oh, this is copy talk. Anybody who's hung out with me for 10 years knows, Jesus Christ, I was in Montauk on vacation.
Yeah.
And my friend Brian goes, what the fuck does every idea have to be a copy talk? And I'm like, yes. Yeah. I'm a writer. There's something good here.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and goes, but that's a piece of sand. And I'm like, no, there's a fucking blueberry in that sand. And I come up with an analogy about the blueberry in the sand and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like going into this whole analogy and he looks at me, he goes, are you high? And I go, no. He goes, you're out of your fucking mind. But I'm not. I was even talking to an ex the other day and she says to me, she goes, dating you, I was always dating you, you're always recording everything. Even after sex, this is copy talk. I've gotten better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fucking copy talk anymore. You know, I could, but I definitely don't fucking copy talk. I like fucking. God, it's the best, isn't it? It's the best. It's the best to be able to look into someone's eyes, have ridiculously great fucking sex, and see them.
You're so naked. You're completely yourself in that moment.
I know.
You know?
And you're seeing them.
Yeah.
And they always look. There is nothing more beautiful to me
never,
than a fucking woman underneath you coming, right? And looking and like.
It's the most beautiful thing.
It's the most beautiful thing, especially the ones that you kiss. Yeah. And as you're kissing them, they're orgasming.
Yeah.
And it's so nice. It's like you can feel it go through their body. You can feel it move. You can feel it shake. And I love, my favorite women always are the ones that just let you keep going. Because they're like...
Because they can't. Because he's like, oh, just yes. I love it when
right?
they tell me, yeah. I love it when they express it to me. I love hearing it. I mean, you're the same way in a lot of ways. You like hearing it. You like knowing.
I like to know. I want to know that you can't take it anymore. I want you to beg me that I can't.
Yeah.
I want you to look at me and say, I can't come anymore. I don't want you to stop. You're a woman.
Yeah.
Women should never stop orgasming. If I was a woman, I'd play with it all day long. I'd figure out exactly what my G-spot would say to me. Hello, 2 fingers off to the right, up at the angle, a little hard pressure, a little fast, a little slow, right? Yeah. I would fucking play with my clit all day long. So then when somebody went down on me, I'd know, no, circle soft, please do it this way. I mean, women are the endless orgasm, and it's so beautiful to be able to explore that because when I have sex with a woman, I just want to say, okay, look, I think you're fucking hot. I'm with you. And if I'm with you, I think you're beautiful. Yeah. Because I'm not going to be with you if I don't think you're beautiful. And I want you to have an endless orgasm. That's like always my goal. You know, it's like such, and I get really turned on. I get super turned on when a woman gives herself that way. Yeah. And her body is so beautiful. And it's, fuck. There's nothing better when you could feel her hard little ass in your hands, right? You know, and her fucking tight little stomach. And, oh, it's just, you just... All right, what were we talking about anyway, man? We're digressing all over the place. Anyway, I think we're done, right? I think we've given them enough fucking information. I think we've left them. Creativity, folks.
Yeah.
Fucking examine your creativity. In your life, explore your creativity. Create a story. Make yourself the leading man or the leading woman in the story of your life. And if someone was writing the story of your life, would it be, well, Mary was such a good survivor. She really taught her kids how to survive. Mary made the most about the shitty situation she had with her ex-husband. Mary was a survivor. Man, I'll tell you, sometimes Mary would have so much trouble paying the bills, but Mary always found a way. She was a survivor. Is that type of survivor you want to be? Is that who you really want to be? Or would you rather write the story like this? Oh, we give them a fucking story of a king or a queen, somebody who has conquered the fucking world.
You had a dream about what kind of life you're going to live, and you wrote it out, and you saw it, and who you wanted to be with, what you wanted to be doing every day, what made you happy, and then you look around and that's the life that you're living. And that you go to sleep every night, and you're not thinking about all the things that you didn't do. You're not thinking about all the things that you didn't accomplish or the things that you didn't say, but you're like so excited and so overjoyed because can life get any better than this? Can you have more fun than this? For me, that is the life of a king. That's the life of someone who's really, really living. How can you have that kind of life?
Look at life every day, as Obi just said, not the things you didn't do, but the things you did do. So what did you do today? 10-Minute Daily Reality Check is now over.